Okay. Jason, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Dear Lord, thank you for another day that you've given us. Each new day is a blessing, and today we just ask that you would be with all the men and women of our armed forces here and abroad and at home, and all the first responders, and always lead us and have us do the things that you would do, and may the leaders of our country look to you for guidance and forgive us where we fail you so many times. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. For the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll call this June 17th, 2025 Marshall County Fiscal Court meeting to order. Our first guest is Lena Blevins, Kentucky Lake CVB Director. I asked her to come in and share the great news about how successful the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour was. A lot of fish caught. I was very excited to see day one. One of the anglers caught just over 100 pounds, and I think he duplicated that in the finals maybe. So Elena, I'll turn it over to you.
I didn't hit anything, so I don't know why it went black. But thank you. We'll see if you can figure out what happened there. But yes, we had, oh, there it goes. We had a very successful event, Major League Fishing and the Bass Pro Tour. This was the first time we've ever hosted the Bass Pro Tour on Kentucky Lake. So it was a big deal. It was really exciting to get back to that point.
It off when you moved that first time.
I know.
Oh, there we
There
go.
it goes, there it goes.
Now it's
That
back.
one only.
Okay,
Something.
that's totally fine. Yep. Well, this is gonna work. There we go. Okay. So this event is their top tier. It's their top tier level. It's the best in the country, in the world, that fish their circuits, come and compete for 4 days. So this event was brought to you by our office, the Kentucky Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and then we also reached out to our partners and our counterparts in Callaway County, the Callaway County Tourist Commission, because to host an event like this is substantially expensive, more than we could afford on our own. So I went and spoke with their board, and they were gracious enough to come on board as a financial partner to help us sponsor this event. So this was stage 5. Jacob Wheeler was your winner. It was 4 days of competition. The full field, which was 66 anglers, fished the top first 2 days. The top 19 fished the knockout round on day 3, and then the top 10 fished on championship day. This event is a catch and release format, which a lot of people enjoy and really like. So each boat has the angler, and then has an official in it. So they weigh the fish as soon as it's caught and then immediately put it back in the water. So over the course of the 4 days, 2,231 bass were caught, which is substantial. And weather did impact the event a little bit, but it wasn't anything too crazy. In some instances, it helped, honestly, and it was kind of crazy. If you watch the live stream, one angler would be completely fine and another angler would be just getting absolutely drenched from a downpour. So they were allowed to fish both Kentucky Lake and Barkley Lake. So if we host this again, I am going to reach out to our counterparts at Lake Barkley as well, because they got a lot of great press in this event as well. As you can see from this, we generated a lot of views, a lot of impressions, nearly 10 million, an estimated 10 million social media impressions from the Major League Fishing circuit and from their social channels and their exposure, plus the top 66 anglers, even the top 8 alone, as you can see there, generate about 1.4 to 1.5 million followers on social media. So just the fact that we were able to get our lake on that many eyeballs over the course of 4 days is just pretty incredible. They saw massive increases on their streaming, and it was really easy to stream. All you had to do was go to MajorLeagueFishing.com, and you could watch it online, or you could download the app and watch it there. And the good news is it's going to air again. So this show, this event will actually air in October and November. So it was really exciting. I really just put together a few photos. This is Jake Lawrence. He was our sort of Kentucky Lake home team. He's in Buchanan, Tennessee, but he does call Kentucky Lake home. He was a favorite, and he did really, really well. Couldn't quite pull out the win, but he ended up coming in second. But he is a tremendous advocate for the fishery in Kentucky Lake. Just a great guy. This is John Hunter. He's actually a Kentucky native. He's from Shelbyville, Kentucky. I believe he placed, it was top 5, I think. And then that's Jacob Wheeler. So over the 4 days, you had professional photographers. He actually had a camera on his boat, so they kind of would jump from boat to kind of for the live streaming purposes. That's him and his family. Champion won $150,000 at this stage, and they do, I believe, 7 stages of this event. So we were really excited. He actually started his career, Jacob Wheeler did, on Kentucky Lake. We found out his first sort of kind of fishing tournament was fishing a BFL All-American that we hosted. So he was really, really excited to be able to come back to Kentucky Lake and win. I just thought this was a cool picture because it just shows how versatile and like what our lake, you have this gigantic barge, but then you also have a fishing boat, and I just thought this is really pretty incredible that we can kind of coexist in that way and have a major sort of economic engine that is the barge industry and all that traffic, but then we also have a major economic industry in our tourism industry. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but I did want you to just, you may have to hit play. About the first 2 minutes. Just to kind of show the versatility.
Stay pegged. Get you some of that. 14. All right. That's all right. Oh my God, this shows. That fish right there is exactly what you're looking for. It's like old school. He's like, "Wait, baby, I flipped down." Heck yeah, go ahead.
All right, you can pause it. I just really, him saying it's the Kentucky Lake of old. I mean, we heard that all 4 days of just positive comments of how Kentucky Lake was returning. It was so great. At the final day, one of the top anglers, Adrian Avina, he's from New Jersey, so he had no experience on Kentucky Lake. I saw him do it. He had double back-to-back casts where he caught a 4.5 pound or over 4 pound largemouth, and then the second cast a over 4 pound smallmouth. And he just said there's nowhere else in the country where you can do that right now. And so it was just the press and the positivity was really exactly what we needed to really kind of get the rest of the sort of fishing community on board that Kentucky Lake really is rebounding. So we were super excited. I am going to show this because part of the, you may have to restart the video, but part of our sponsorship included an in-show feature. So we were able to highlight a few of our local businesses and just some local things in the area. All right, you can pause it. We did have to share the feature, of course, with our partners in Callaway, but but we were, obviously it's really hard for us to highlight everybody and all the things that we have to do in the area, but we were excited that we were able to sort of feature a few of them at least. So I just included a couple of pictures, a few other things. The first, day one, this was a screenshot. This was Jake Lawrence fishing. These are all just boaters that just wanted to watch him fish. So they panned out, and I mean, he had 20 boats just watching him, which I thought was just kind of cool. So, but a great event. It did exactly what we needed to. They also were super impressed with our turnout for the fan activation event on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, we had a couple thousand people out there, which was way beyond my expectations. Super excited, but you saw kids out there getting autographs from the anglers, and just being able to get up close and personal with them and talk to them about their experience. And so all in all, it was a really, really great event. So thank you to you guys for being on board with it and allowing us to bring it. I'm already like, okay, when can we do it again? But we're gonna have to save up because it is expensive to host these kinds of events. But we are super grateful for the partnership with Major League Fishing. Them being headquartered here at home is just really, really cool. And so we are very, very excited about it. The last thing I just wanted to mention, last week we did get our 2024 economic impact numbers, so I thought now would be a great time to just sort of bring those on board and let you guys see. So the local tourism industry in Marshall County accounted for 755 jobs. Last year in 2024, we contributed $21 million in labor income and $6.5 million in state and local taxes. And our total economic impact was $90.4 million. We always try to clarify, this is not a dollar amount that we actually saw, but this is a formula with which the dollars that we do spend and generate that overnight and that outside activity from visitors, this is the impact that we have to our local community. So, our industry, the local tourism industry, it's pretty vital to our local economy because we bring outside dollars into the community. And so that always helps kind of boost our economy. So we're super proud of these numbers. It was about a 4% increase over 2023. I will preface it by saying 2025 has been a completely different ballgame. The leisure travel market, especially right now, is struggling. We are lucky that our fishery is rebounding at the time that it is. We have relied on it heavily this spring. So we're in a state of fluctuation when it comes to travel for 2025, but we will enjoy these numbers while we have them. So that's really about all I got, unless you have any questions for me.
What if a person catches a big fish who's really dumb and then doesn't swim away from the boat and gets caught again? Does that still count?
It still counts.
Still counts?
The minimum,
Catch the same fish twice?
Yeah, the only, I think, really requirement is that it has to be over 1 pound 8 ounces. That was the minimum. If it weighed less than that, it did not count. And then another interesting thing that they did is if the fish hits the boat, not close to the scale, like if when they pull it in, it hits the boat, they get a 2-minute penalty. So then they can't fish for 2 minutes, which you think wouldn't be a big deal. But when you get these schools going, it's kind of important to sort of be very active and continuously casting. So, but it was just, I could go on and talk about it for days, but we just saw them catch him on every kind of bait, and they caught him shallow, they caught him deep. It was incredible to watch. So, and if you ever need any kind of like background noise, like while you're working, watching or just listening to Major League Fishing, it was really kind of entertaining. I was glued for about 4 days. So anyway, but
Did they have numbers on the Jetta Marina event that they had?
They had a great turnout too.
It looked like it was huge. Lots of kids.
Yep,
young
I was
folks
there
out
for a little bit, and again, it was kids. I think that was the awesome thing too about us doing this in the summer when school was out. There was a lot of young people who were able to kind of participate. And then on top of that, and I did forget to mention this, Major League Fishing also chose to do their high school camp at the same time to coincide with this event. So we also had 121 high school anglers, I lied, I think it was 89 high school anglers from 21 different states who were here for several days during the event learning about fishing. So that was also really cool too. So, but yeah. All right. So thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are certainly blessed to have Major League Fishing located in Marshall County, called Marshall County home, and all of the tourism as well as the jobs and everything else they contribute to the community. So shout out to them for everything they do. Okay, Mr. Pagel, personnel changes.
Yes, sir. Here we go with May personnel changes. Kim Henson, wage increase $20 an hour, effective 5/1/25. Ray Claypool, seasonal road department, effective 5/15/25 at 15 an hour. Mark Schroeder, seasonal road department, effective 5/15/25 at 15 an hour. Cash Henson, part-time laborer, effective 5/16/25 at $19.84. Hunter Holt, termed 5/1/25. Dakota Stevenson, deputy jailer, effective full-time, effective 5/1/25 at 16 an hour. Chris Beavers, term 5/20/25. Jeff Edwards, assistant county attorney, welcome aboard, effective 5/16/25 at $20,000 a year. Jeff McWhorter, termed 5/23/25. Rebecca Hartley, termed 5/23/25. That's all we have, sir.
Okay, thank you. State auditor's letter. Erica?
Every year, we write the state auditor's office and ask them if they want to do our audit or if they want us to go out and have somebody else do it. So this is their response, letting us know that they've declined to do our 2025 audit, so we can get a private CPA firm to do that. I'll do some requesting for quotes this coming week. I anticipate that they'll be very similar to what they are every year. We have fewer and fewer in this area that conduct them locally. A lot of them are further out. The one that's being done currently is Tammy Patrick and Associates, and they're out of, I believe it's Louisville, and she is a former state auditor. So I'll definitely get a quote again from them, and then I'll try to get a few more, and I'll bring them to you in the next court meeting.
Thank you. Just an announcement, June 24th, here in the fiscal courtroom at 6 p.m., there will be a senior citizens meeting to reestablish a board and get a board back in place so they'll have something to operate under. So just spread the word on that. Old business, need approval of the minutes from the June 3rd meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. New business, bids on the New Hope Road Bridge. I'm going to ask for a motion to table that. That just came in. That must first go to Mr. Kyle Pope with KYTC.
Motion to table.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bids on the road department truck. We received 2 bids. One from David Taylor for $64,281. And we received one from Benton Ford for $65,900. Spoke to Roy and Nicole on this. I believe, Nicole, you wanted to go with the lower bid that was from David Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the bid from David Taylor for $64,281?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. RFQ for senior citizen engineering. This is something we have to do like we did on the waste treatment for Aurora to be able to get grant money and also get to the state to hopefully our legislators can get this put in state budget. Need a motion to accept the statement of qualification from Urban Fabric for engineering services of the senior citizen remodel or new construction.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Advertise for bids, pressure washing the courthouse, and I'm going to include painting with that, any of the white that's existing on the courthouse. No, we're not going to paint the courthouse, so I don't want anybody to get their feathers ruffled about that. Just the white, it's mainly the trim around the windows and some of the ornamental at the top. So anything that's white, when it's pressure washed, we're going to lose, some of the paint with that process and its time. So just need a motion on that.
So
Is
moved.
that two separate? Or do you think
well,
one
It could
person
be
is
one
gonna do
company
that?
or it could be two. Do we need 2 motions on that or?
I don't know if any pressure washers.
I say some of the painting companies do, but when you get to something that's going to have to be up on a lift.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you want to word your bid. One company can do both, or
Yeah.
Let's leave it open so we can get, if we need 2, then we can.
so you need to paint and you need to pressure wash.
Yeah, it's got to be pressure washed. This side over here especially looks horrible.
I'd say go ahead and bid it as doing both and just see what you get.
Okay.
So if one company's able to do it, that'd be fine. But you may not find anybody that can do it. You may have to come back and bid the
Okay.
painting separate.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. CFSB renewal of banking services letter. Need a motion for me to sign.
Motion to sign.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is just to request, right? They have to approve this, right? This is your request to them.
They actually generated this letter, so
Oh.
they have not signed it yet. I think they'll sign it after us, but it's understood that they're already in agreement to continue our,
Okay. But it comes from us to them, but you already have the assurance that it's going to be renewed at current terms.
yes, that's my understanding, yes.
Okay. Okay.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Contract for safe funds. Need a motion to sign.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Salary schedule. This is pertaining to, obviously, our new budget coming up here July 1. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Schedule a special called meeting for the end of the fiscal year so we can pay the bills. I have a couple more things on there. It will not be very long at all. June 30th at what time?
Anytime.
Whatever time works for you guys. I need to do bills, like the judge said, and appropriation
Pretty
transfers.
free now.
4 o'clock?
Can we
AM,
do?
that works for me.
Four's fine. Yeah, 4 a.m. yeah. Right.
I was up this morning.
I mean, I'm not an essential person for that meeting, but I'd prefer
Sounds
them.
like y'all have a quorum, too.
It'd be better for the morning for me because I got traffic court in the afternoon.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
Does that work for y'all? Okay.
I moved to make it June 30th at 9 o'clock a.m.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Let's see here. We got time for one more treasurer's report.
That is the May Treasurer's Report. It is on your drive. That one comes just to you guys. Of course, we have one more month left in our fiscal year, and the next one will be our final report.
Okay, need a motion to accept?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Transfers, Erica?
I just have appropriation transfers this time. There are quite a few. Most of them are interdepartmental transfers. I am kind of getting a head start on my final transfers for the year. That's why there's a lot more than there normally are. But if there's any questions about any individual ones, I can answer those.
Need a motion for appropriation transfer?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. You don't have any bank transfers?
No bank transfer.
Okay. We got to recess for public hearing, but we've got about a minute and a half before I can do that, so. We don't have executive session.
Bills?
So
Yeah.
moved.
Pay the bills?
We can do
Second.
that. Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 28.
We'll do recess for the meeting,
Yes.
hearing or whatever.
Motion to recess.
Motion, yeah, motion to
Is there a
recess.
second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 1 minute. Nicole, did you have anything you want to talk about while we're waiting?
Thanks.
You sure? Okay, I'll call the public hearing to order. The public hearing is regarding expenditure unit of local government of state-derived tax revenues on roads. The county is to receive approximately $1,580,000 in rural secondary road funds. Is there anyone present to speak in favor of the county using derived tax revenues on roads? Is there anyone present to speak in favor of the county using derived tax revenues on roads? Okay, thank you, Kurt. Is there anyone present to speak in favor of the county using derived tax revenues on roads? Okay. Is there anyone present to speak in opposition of the county using derived tax revenues on roads? Is there anyone present to speak in opposition of the court using state derived tax revenues on roads? And one final call. Is there anyone present to speak in opposition of the court using state derived tax revenues on roads? If not, we'll close the public hearing, call our court meeting back to order, and I just need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.